I keep joking, quote unquote, about this so that you guys are prepared.
I want to be very clear. At some point, there are going to be bad text messages.
Yes.
You're going to be like, what the fuck, fights?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, the day got away from me.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. We're going to get right down to it. No small talk, no nonsense, no, like, let me tell you what's on the schedule today. We're talking about cannibalism. We're talking about, I mean, never has there been.
Little right now.
You are a little
Can we do a little small talk real quick? Because I feel little.
Now you're my height?
Do we feel are we the same height now?
Yeah, you are. You both do look very small in there.
Okay, let's go up.
I just went up sneaky, but you're looking the other way. I was going to leave
it. All right.
This is never has been a better KFC Radio story. It's like we're doing cannibalism mixed with sex, mixed with celebrity, like a celebrity name, mixed with movies. Armie Hammer, the Winklevoss twin in The Social Network, and a couple other shitty movies, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah. You have clearly not seen Call Me by Your Name?
No, I have not.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Okay.
Do you know what your boy did in that movie?
Efron would peed on someone?
No, but that's interesting. That's piqued my interest. Timothee Chalamet when he fucked a peach. And actually, can we cue that up and get that ready? I would like him to watch. I'm gonna send you the one I sent though because you need the specific one I watched. Do you remember how that unfolded?
Yeah,
okay,
I remember the audio.
What's it? It's not Call Me by Your Name. What Efron was in, where Efron peed on somebody, but it's a. I think it was like him and Nicole Aniston. It was honestly, it was the medically accurate thing to do. It was someone got stung by a jellyfish.
Oh, got it. Yeah. That's a different story. So you just if you can find it, you find the one. Armie Hammer. So he's in a couple shitty movies. A girl that he like hooked up with leaked allegedly his DMs, where he has all sorts of messages to her about wanting to eat her and be a cannibal. Yep. Now, I'm going to read some of the specifics because like when we've joked around about cannibalism here and you talk about some kinky shit and it's like, things can kind of get out of hand. These are so bizarrely specific and aggressive. Armie Hammer on DM. I can't stop thinking about fucking your actual brain. That's quite specific. Let me start from the beginning. Now the text message, the DMs are kind of weird.
I don't know if I've seen all of them, by the way.
Yeah,
So before this recording started, I was like,
Stop. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, that's right. Let's set that up. I said let's talk about Armie Hammer, and John said we're gonna disagree on this one.
I still think we're gonna disagree. By the way,
I'm telling you right now, if you disagree with me on this one, when this is all said and done, we've got some issues we have to address, I think.
Well, yeah, I think so. But okay, so I'm gonna set it up before I know the exact specifics.
You tell me, this is important because I like dove into this for 1 minute, man. So you tell me how this has unfolded to you.
Okay.
And we'll see if we're on the same page on that because I think that's important here. What's happening is like there's a story and people are kind of reacting to it, and then I think they find out the real story and they're like, whoa.
Okay. So my thing. Thus far is
motherfucker said thus far.
So first of all, I get immediately jealous of any celebrity leak sex thing because I'm immediately like, well, how the fuck am I not doing that?
I'm a prude. Yes. I agree with that.
And
okay,
and
this is
okay. Two is that I understand that sometimes when you're texting rather than talking or actually being in the same room together, things get out of hand. And you say things that you probably cannot or would not do, but you just, there are a lot of text messages out there that if they were to be posted, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with Feitelberg?
Absolutely. I worry about it every day.
Yeah.
Worry about it every day of my life that it's going to happen.
Number 3, I'd kind of get down with some blood. I don't want to fuck a brain, but if we're going to cut each other, let's do it.
Okay. I totally
waded into the water there.
Tiptoed through that minefield. I definitely agree that when shit gets kinky in the celebrity world, I feel like a prude. I'm like, oh man, I'm not even like doing any of that cool shit. What was your second point? There was
The second one was just the text get on it. Like
yeah,
you
okay.
start saying
you know
shit.
what? You know one of my favorite phrases is it just got away from me. I was thinking about in a more basic sense. I love when people are like, sorry, man, the day just got away from me. Like, what does that mean? That means you just sat around. You just sat around doing nothing until it was too late for you to finish whatever you promised for me, and you just say, day got away from me.
Got away from me, yeah.
It's a great catch-all.
Sometimes it is. It is a. Oh,
You know,
it just got away from me.
It's like I was, you know,
Every
I went.
text
You go
I've
out
ever
drinking.
sent,
You know,
got away from
you
me.
go out for a beer and like you end up having 10. It's like, the night got away from me. You know, the text. You're sexting someone. It's like
I do love it. Got away from me, man.
and it's low key. Like if that was your real excuse for something serious, I'd be like, no, that means nothing. That means nothing. Why did you not do this? But it's like, just got away from me. But the text message game.
Gets away from
when
me.
you and this is why, you know, like the JJO movement was such a like a stark one. It's like if you come, you won't send that message. You know, like it gets away from you up here, and you can reset that if you want to, but
But
you don't
also,
really
like,
want to.
we have to stop after, like... so if I come in 10 minutes, guess what's coming
yeah, it's going right back. But at least you get that quick moment of that little reprieve. That poor girl on the other end of the.
Is Jackie on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes. Hi, Jackie.
Okay, so in the middle of like football and everything, you sent it to me. You said you see these Armie Hammer texts. By the time
I was rock hard when I sent that.
I read the Armie Hammer text, there was also another screenshot of a DM out from the same girl who told the story. Her conversation saying, "Okay, I admit it. I made it all up." And I think most people saw it like that. I think they saw the Armie Hammer, and then they quickly saw.
I didn't see the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a DM of her saying to another person, saying, "I made it all up, even the part about cannibalism." And
was the person's reply? Yeah, we didn't give a shit about any other parts.
well, yeah, I think
even the part about cannibalism.
let me read it exactly because it's equally as like the day got away from me. Okay, I admit it. It's all fake. The DMs, the photos, the audio. It's not even him. Just someone who sounds like him, a lot like him. But it was funny, wasn't it? And the person replied, "The cannibalism was a bit much." So
Not enough.
I think
if you ask me.
most people, because their immediate reaction was like, but it was confirmed to be fake. Like as soon as they saw that, it was fake. When you dig into the full story, this chick, House of Effie, is her name on Instagram. I mean, she's got all of the receipts, and this is not fake. None of this is fake. She then came out and said the text message confirming that this is fake, that's fake. So someone faked that immediately, probably fucking Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
So this
Can I say something real quick too?
Yeah.
Right now, 1 Minute Man is such a monster, and it's so big and so good. But I personally love it because you just teach me things.
That's the main. It's scary, by the way. I feel like a responsibility now. Yeah. People are like, I get my news from you. And at first I was like, you know what? That's fucking scary. That's like bad. But then I was thinking about my competition, and I might actually be the most unbiased news source out there. Like if it's like me, Fox News, and CNN, I'm gonna call it down the middle. I'll tell you, like, you know, they're not gonna be talking about cannibalism, so we're gonna cover different topics. But I will give you a pretty unbiased take here. No, I'm doing my research now, so I went all in on this chick, House of Effie. So this all started with this. She tweeted out this picture. So she had bruise marks on her neck, and she said, "You cannot do intense, extreme CNC, consensual, non-consensual." Like that's like when we're going to agree to do like some rape shit.
Oh, like rape shit.
Yeah, and then
That's where I draw the line. Cannibalism, I'm in. Fake rape shit, I think I'm out.
Yeah, no, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite of that. Yep. If you want to do a little like fake like rape fantasy, I'll do that. I think I already kind of do. Cannibalism, I'm out on.
I get R-worded. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
well,
do
no,
the
I do a little R-wording. Like if you're doing the
Fuck that.
Listen, Anybody who's into a little bit of like slap you around, choke you a little bit, you're wading into those waters, you know?
For sure.
So
Yeah.
this chick though, she's got all the words. CNC and aftercare. Those are two words I know that's
What's
like
aftercare?
Aftercare is like when after you like fuck the shit out of someone and you do some of that kink.com shit, you're supposed to like take care of them. You're supposed to be like, you know what at the end of kink.com where they interview them? And they're
Yeah.
like, you're good, right? Like you talk about all the fun
So you
shit.
talk it rather than cuddle?
No, I think that's when you're filming pornography. I think when you do it, I think you're supposed to like, make sure they're physically okay and like make sure they're mentally okay after doing some intense shit. So this chick, she says she was 20 and she just got like fucking hammered by Armie Hammer. And so that's where this all like started, I guess, and that's why she's putting all this shit out. So some of these text messages from Armie Hammer. Wow, head rush. Just how completely. And actually, let me tell this to set the scene. Do you know the nickname he dubbed her?
No.
This is the greatest.
All I know about is the blood stuff,
Right.
and I was like, whatever.
Okay.
You can cut me.
You know when we say the best thing is like when a girl says she's sore the next day,
Uh-huh.
right? That's like, yes.
Yeah.
This is, if you could have a nickname for the way you fuck. Armie Hammer allegedly called this girl the Michael Phelps of fucking. That is
Like, it's honestly probably one of the highest honors that can be
It
bestowed.
absolutely is.
But it sounds preposterous.
It's so like because it's so corny. Like Michael Phelps is like this nerdy sport, you know. It's like remember when Woody Harrelson called McConaughey in True Detective, "You're the Michael Jordan of being an asshole."
No,
he said like you're the Michael Jordan of being a son of a bitch or something like that. And so she is the Michael Phelps of fucking. Which is incredible because Michael Phelps is better at his one thing than anybody else has ever been at anything in the whole world.
Yeah.
So if you are the best at fucking, you're like the
Motherfucker won
best,
like
best.
100 gold medals. Like it is.
like in one session in one Olympic.
I think
So-
I'd like to be the David Bowie.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The David Bowie of fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like, because he's like such a weird sexual being.
But
too, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
it applies to the fucking, but also like
Just the greatness,
I
the
like
level of
David
greatness.
Bowie, but, like,
yeah.
and like also the David Bowie fucking is probably like I'll fuck a peach.
Anything.
I'll fuck anything you want. I'm gonna throw it down.
Let's take a break and throw it. You got to put your headphones on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna absolutely have to put your headphones on. Folks at home, I want you to turn up your volume
Do I
too.
see his piece during this?
No. So this is from the movie Call Me by Your Name, in which Armie Hammer fucks Timothee Chalamet. They have an underage like gay affair, but in it also Timothee Chalamet has like an American Pie moment where he fucks a peach. All right, before we get into our next segment, if you have ADD, you probably do. You probably have no attention span. You have probably no ability to retain information for hours on end, and you just want quick, digestible clips that are funny. Head over to the KFC Radio clips page. You can watch funny little quick hitters. You don't have to dedicate much time to it. Click over there, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell, and laugh.
I don't know if what I was doing translated. I was getting distracted and just like looking around at other stuff.
I like it.
There it is. There it is.
I was just like kind of staring.
That's probably going to be funny. You might come from this, dude. For a guy who wants to fuck Timothee Chalamet, you might have to get loose. Yeah, here. Hang on, pause.
Oh, what's up, mama?
He just fingers the shit out of this peach. He's massaging it gently.
This is absolutely preposterous.
He's like working the clit.
I think that looks more like fingering a butt.
The asshole, you're right. Yeah. Oh, listen to that sound.
Ooh, ASMR. What up?
I mean, it's dripping down his naked chest. He's rubbing it into his goddamn nipples. Oh, I mean, come on.
And this is
He's got a thumb in it now. And he's got this look on his eyes like, yeah, that's right.
I mean, like honestly,
teaches this?
the noise works, the visual of it does not. Wow, what are you doing, dude? Also, let's call it what it is. This is the juiciest peach of all time.
And he's sucking on the pit.
That peach has been pissing all over him.
Now he like looks. Look at he's mangled this thing. It's dripping all over his body. Look at that dripping down his fucking chest. Oh my god.
What?
I'm so
okay,
uncomfortable.
This is Armie Hammer. Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
how
why are we
did
doing
this come
this?
up?
This is so uncomfortable. Look at him eating it. I've never been. I've seen a lot of crazy shit. This makes me so uncomfortable. Probably because I know you want to fuck this guy, and it just makes me be like, what am I watching? Now his eyes roll back in his head. He's like, yep, I'm gonna fuck this peach, bro.
He's doing Asiago.
Yeah. Asiago. Type of cheese, motherfucker. Dude. This makes me so uncomfortable. I mean, how do you film this scene?
His eyes look great.
Oh my god. Look at his chest. Looks like he's come all over his chest.
It looks like he got pissed on.
Yeah. And watch this. He comes in 10 seconds from a peach. This is the most unbelievable scene in movie history.
It is.
This is like, oh, look at his rise choking himself.
That's NC, was it?
It's CNC, consensual non-consent with yourself. And then he puts his fucked peach back on the cabinet there.
Just in case I get hungry later.
Bro, that scene took the American Pie like humor and they just like trying to make it sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever came that quickly from fucking a peach, I'd be very embarrassed by myself.
I would be quite embarrassed as well. But
listen, if
his eyes look good.
if I came that fast from fucking a peach, the first thing I would do would be go to Roman and get me some swipes so that if I want to fuck peaches, I'm lasting at least 30 seconds. How long do you think you can fuck a peach with Roman?
Days.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like you ever have you ever thought about doing
I don't
that
wanna
grapefruit
brag,
thing?
but I feel like I could. Also, that's what I was thinking actually during that scene is like, if I'm fucking something, like I'm at least gonna be like, can I get a cantaloupe?
Yeah, it's gotta
A
be bigger,
peach.
right? The grapefruit is the one that like they said that there's the girls who like suck your dick with a grapefruit, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
there's
was I
that-
just thought out size wise.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't like. I just want like a peach. I mean, come on.
It would be like a.
I want something that could my whole dick could fit in. That's like he's just like fucking rubbing his clit. But it's
It would look like, you know what it would look like? You know that thing that you roll out and you roll back in when you're working your abs?
Yeah,
it would look like that. Your dick would just be shoom right through a fucking peach. I would go to Roman, I would get the swipes, and I would fuck peaches as long as I can. Roman, you want to last longer with your partner, or you want to last longer when you're fucking a peach? Go to Roman.com, go to getroman.com/KFC, and you can get these swipes now, no matter what you're fucking. A guy, a girl, a human, a fruit, an inanimate object. You could be jerking off. You want to last longer? Train yourself to last longer. You know, I was gonna say it's a sponsor, and we were talking about fucking a peach, so Roman's pretty cool. So if you want to fuck a brain and last longer, go to getroman.com/KFC.
Can we CC Armie Hammer on this ad deal?
By the way, I walked by Kelly. I said, "Can you get Armie Hammer on the show?" And she's like, "Sure." I was like, "You haven't read the story yet. You don't know what I'm talking about." Because that girl has no sense of humor. She'd be like, "Kevin, no, we can't have cannibals on the show." I'm like, "It's a joke, Kelly." So she was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, he fucks girls' brains.
Throw it to Google, Kel.
Go to getroman.com/KFC. You can get pills to help your hair grow. You can get pills to get your dick hard. You can get the swipes, which are non-prescription medicated swipes that make your dick last longer. Honestly, you probably could just use them at home with your hand and just teach yourself to last longer. You know?
I have.
Yeah? When you're jerking off?
Yep. I did it
Just
once.
to test it out?
Yeah, just see what it's all about.
And it lasts. Like, it works.
Like what? You're gonna tell me you haven't jerked off into a rubber before? Of course you have.
Right. That's the new age version of it, you know?
Give it just see what it's about.
And it gives you like just an extra,
I'll tell you what. My arm got tired first.
You know what's really funny? I think I've said this year is like long-lasting sex is for the birds. Like really long-lasting sex. And the shame of it all, and the reason why like Roman is thriving and in business is you just need to last like that much longer.
Right.
You know? Like it's like anything else where it's like if I could run, that much faster, I could turn pro. If you just enhance it just a little bit, you only need to last like 2 minutes more in bed because the difference between like 12 and 10 minutes is like 4 orgasms.
It's like the in Playmakers when the great show that was canceled by ESPN because Roger Goodell made them. There's I forget the old running back. I think Damian Harris, I think, is the second running back, the younger guy. And then I forget the original running back's name. But anyway, he's the star, the aging star is benched. And the coach brings him into the film room and he's like, look, you don't have anyone. He's breaking it down 0.1 seconds by 0.1 seconds. And he's like, 0.1 second to go, you hit that hole. You
now
missed
it's
the
closed
hole.
up.
Now it's gone. And
that's all. That's what sex
just
is.
a little different. But
You come in like 5 minutes and she's disappointed. If you make it to 7 minutes, like you know how once they start coming, they don't stop coming, and the hits got stoned and they don't stop coming. So like, if you could just get that little bit longer, it's a waterfall for her and like you and then you don't need to fuck him for like 40 minutes. You just need that extra bit. And Roman's going to get you there. So go to getroman.com/KFC. Get the swipes for just $5 along with anything else you want to fix. Your hair, your skin, your dick, all of it. Getroman.com/KFC. So anyway, after that quick little detour to fucking a peach, back to Armie Hammer. He says, I want to brand you, tattoo you, mark you, shave your head, and keep your hair with me. Cut a piece of your skin off and make you cook it for me. I mean, I feel like the tests can be endless.
I wanna.
You're out. You want off this roller coaster? Yeah.
I don't want to make you cook yourself for me.
If that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable, we got a long way to go.
Okay.
He says the tests can be endless, like whose slave/master relationship is the strongest? We'd win. Which also makes me feel like he's got a whole like crew of like a whole party. You ever compare like, you're thinking of the other couples, like, oh, I bet we have the best sex. Like if he's thinking about who has the best slave-master relationship, he's got like a dark underground. Yeah. When I tell you to slit your wrists and you might be in on. When I tell you to slit your wrists and use the blood as a lube for anal.
Yeah,
you're right on that.
I'll rip that one, sure. Now, and that got away from me. What I'm saying is I like the idea of it. Would I actually want to fucking fuck your ass with blood as lube? If we got in the room, I'd probably cry.
So
if you started to offer that.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to put a pin in that.
Okay.
Remember that moment right there. We're going to circle back. I'm going to finish the rest of these text messages. I know, but I can't stop thinking about fucking your actual brain. And that's the sweetest thing you've ever said. I can't see what she said, but everything you are, every thought, every emotion, everything, fucking every single thing you are. Good girl. Oh my God. I can see myself really pushing and testing you. And then one of what I think is maybe the most damning is he says, by the way, I finished Don't Fuck with Cats this morning. That shit was disturbing as hell. But the third episode had some moments that really turned me on. If you're turned on by Don't Fuck with Cats, that's worse than saying I want to fuck your brain. That's worse than saying I want to use your blood. Do you know
what happens in episode 3?
I don't remember. It's the final episode, but I mean that's like the pinnacle when it comes, when it comes to a head of all that Luca Magnotta, like, stabbing people with fucking screwdrivers and shit. There's not much to really be turned on about logically in that.
No, you're right. All right, I'll give
but
that.
what my favorite part is, and actually I'll, two things. We'll play. My favorite part is the one where he says, there's a direct quote from him in his. Hang on, let me pull up. I got so many of his fucking texts. This is something like if I ever died and like you let him through my phone, you'd be like, well, what's wrong with him? Oh my God, that just made me come so hard. And it makes me confused as to why. Yes. Okay. And I don't know what, but is that even possible? So hard. Thinking of holding your heart in my hand and controlling it when it beats. Now, I could see in a court of law, everything we've said here, you can argue. Mm-hmm. And then there's this text message. I am 100% a cannibal.
I saw that one. Okay. That one I did see.
That's a bit tough. There's no coming back. That's like in Arrested Development. Like that, like George Sr. would be like Barry Zuckerberg would be like, fuck, what? No. I want to eat you. I am 100% a cannibal. Fuck, that's scary to admit. I've never admitted that before, but I've cut the heart out of a living animal and eaten it while still warm. Are we still on board with Armie Hammer, John? We're on.
I'm not as off as I was.
Let's go. Oh, you're off. You're getting off. Let's. Okay.
Wait, what was it that made me get off? Oh, the making her cook her own skin got me
like
off.
that. Okay. So
this I can see as a text message getting away from you.
So we're gonna do a yes and a no column. Okay. Under the yes, we have blood, anal, lube.
Okay.
Right? You like that, right? You like that one.
The way you said that was so like diminishing. Like,
Yeah.
you like that, right? You fucking pervert. Okay.
You like that.
That was CNC.
When you came in here, you were ranting and raving about drinking blood. So I'm gonna say you're onto that.
We'll
call that vampire sex.
Sure.
So you like the anal lube.
I already don't like this being spelled out.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna. So you like blood, anal, lube. You like the vampire sex. You like,
and I like this in theory, to be clear. If it was presented to me, I'd be like, sure, let's do it. But also, if we were actually in a room talking about this, I would say no. I would cry.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, you are on a different level than I am. But as we're sitting here on a podcast, you and I'd be like, I can see it's kind of hot.
So I think that's the ultimate defense here. I think he has two courses of action. And just from a story point of view, if the person has all of these receipts, I'm gonna quickly just play the audio for you because
before this gets going, I want to be clear. I have not heard the audio.
This is not as like gruesome. It's just like, well, that's Armie Hammer saying that this is true. They said the fake thing saying this is all fake said no, that's just someone who sounds a lot like Armie Hammer. That's not how these things work. I mean, like...
I don't even know what Armie Hammer sound like.
Well, you'll know when you hear.
They were very risque DMs with someone who I was involved with in very much a sort of like kink-based relationship, if you will. So a lot of shit was said that also most people don't relate to. It's kink, it's niche, it's fetish, right?
Yeah, I get
That's bad. And as if that wasn't bad enough, think about this. You're having sex with someone and you say something to them in the heat of a moment when you're having sex. If someone else comes up to you and says, oh my God, I heard you said this to that person, like you said, out of the context, out of the heat of the moment, out of that safe place where it fucking sounds
motherfucker spitting right now.
It's a little cringy.
It's a little cringy. Now, so that is
everything he said,
spot on.
Totally get. Yes.
But like I said, that's usually Sunday morning after a hot Saturday night session when I see, oh my God, I said to her, I want to see you gape. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. And now that I read that here on a Sunday,
a hard G is a lot.
When I see that, on the Sabbath, when I should be getting back from church, when I should be like reading the Wall Street Journal and having a cup of coffee while my kids run around, when I see that last night I said the word gape, yeah, you know what? It got away from me. And it was a little cringy. Now, that is very different than opening up the phone and seeing, I want to cut a piece of your flesh off, make you cook it and eat it. That's beyond cringy,
it's also
John.
Really, yeah. That one I stay on your side. That one I'm 100% with you. It's also just downright rude to make her like, I'll cook.
Make you cook it?
I'll cook your flesh.
Yeah.
If we're gonna eat
I think if
I'll
anything,
cook it.
he should want to cook it and he eats it. Because I have said before, if you can somehow concoct a perfect scenario, which I don't know what it is. I don't want to eat some human that's been like kidnapped or trafficked or murdered or forced into it. But if maybe not you'd probably taste bad.
Oh, I would taste.
Who would taste good in this office?
Like, you know how like they talk about like grass-fed steaks?
Yes, you're not that.
Guess
Neither
who
am
is?
I.
Guess who is not grass-fed?
No. But I might be like veal. I might be very, I got no like muscle.
I've been in a cage my whole life. Like,
yeah, they just stand.
They let me out, but it's still I have a cage-like body.
Yes. Who would be good to eat around here? And I guess we'll take women out of it so we don't sound like rapists.
Yeah. Who would be good to eat around here?
Because I don't think like too good of shape is good either. You know what I mean?
No.
And someone who eats like decently. I would probably eat that fat ass of YP's.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's in decent shape, but he's got some jelly to it, I would
honestly, Caleb popped up. I thought Caleb.
See, I feel like he's like muscular. I feel like he'd be tough.
I don't think Caleb's like.
No?
I don't think he's out of shape. Obviously,
Yeah.
but I don't think Caleb is like muscular.
I feel like Marty would be pretty He's lean, but like he's not muscular.
Even Marty eats like a bag of shit.
I mean,
too.
did you see their picture in the calendar?
No.
I mean, and again, I can't throw stones. I opted out of this entirely because I'm so gruesome. But it's Hubs, Marty, and Tommy
yes.
holding the baths, and just like you see their backs. And I mean, it's just like it's like the back of like a newborn baby. Like there's just it's just like skin. You know what I mean? Like not that any of us have like jacked backs,
Yeah.
but you'd think you'd see some muscle,
little piece of
something.
muscle,
It's
yeah.
just like a
Something
flat.
you can fry up on a skillet.
Yeah, look at that. It's just like right. I mean,
oh my god, those are.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Those look like three people. I'm gonna go real hard here, but that looks like a concentration camp, right? That looks like people on their way. You know, right? I mean, very pale.
Also, Hubs is that short?
Oh, that's a shitty shot. And Tommy
You just called him
photoshopped
a concentration camper, and me going, well, he's a little short, huh? Is like, well, all right, let's not go over the line.
You know how height is. You know how girls get with height. He did Photoshop his ass, that right, Tommy? Those pinstripes are all like warped. I feel like he gave himself well. His caption is, "I got a dump truck of an ass." I just feel like Tommy doesn't have a dump truck of an ass, does he?
No, I have never noticed Tommy smokes his ass before.
Imagine making Tommy's cheeks clap. Oh my god. So, anywho, who would you eat? Because my point is, if there was ever a scenario where you just slice somebody up, and I could just fry up like a little strip of beef, like a little beef steak tip, you know?
Try it, yeah.
Right. Again, as long as you're not like we're doing it against your will.
Yeah. If it's CNC, I will eat you.
Right. Exactly. But this whole idea of like, you know, you're doing it to your partner, pretty extreme. But that defense is the one.
That defense is 100% the right one.
Or we can go with the Frankie Borelli. That was Navy Hammer. That was my brother. I don't know. That's the other Winklevoss. Navy Hammer did that shit. It is. That's not me.
Like I and honestly, sometimes I think I'm the weird one in the sense that I'm like, boy, I got texts out there that I wish didn't happen. But I think everyone has those.
Well, I wonder sometimes because I agree with that. If in everything in life, this job here has opened my eyes to one extreme or the other. There are times where I'm like, I am the most average, relatable, medium, everyday man of all time. Like everything we say, do, eat, drink, like, dislike, there's a legion of people who agree with us, you know? But then I think as we've gotten bigger and our lives have gotten a little more unorthodox, I'm like, I don't know anymore. I'm not sure anymore. Because I just see like the life, I just see the life my friends live. Like a lot of my friends now are just like married and have 2 kids, 3 kids, and like that's just it, and that's their life. And then, you know, like I said, I'm throwing out like the G word in text. So I'm like, so maybe I'm not so normal anymore. But I would hope, let's just hope for my sake, our sake, when our text messages are inevitably leaked out there, that you all do. I mean, it's happening. Yeah. I keep joking, quote unquote, about this so that you guys are prepared.
I want to be very clear. At some point, there are going to be bad text messages.
Yes.
You're going to be like, what the fuck, Fights?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay? The day got away from me.
My life got away from me. It just spiraled.
It is happening, everybody.
Every time a story comes out like this about somebody leaking something, I'm like, well, this is the day they're going to do it. It's going to happen now. Someone's going to get some inspiration.
This
it's
is going to
happening.
be such a good cold takes exposure. Like,
oh, yeah.
He's going to quote tweet this with a fucking fire emoji.
Yeah.
It's like, guess who called it? I fucking called it. They're coming out. Someone's going to post them. It's going to look bad for me. It's not that bad. It's just weird.
That'll be maybe. Listen. We've talked a lot about maybe like rebranding and renaming this show. It's not that bad. It's just weird. It's a good podcast name. It's a good motto, at least, for the podcast. So, once again, because I mean, how many times have you? Leading up to like a big night, you know, let's say you know you're in a long distance relationship, and it's like, okay, we're gonna see her for the first time in weeks, or it's like you know like a third or fourth time you're hanging out after like sleeping with each other, like where you know it's still going down, and you start sexting. It's like noon, you know, you're building up to it, and you're saying all the things you're gonna do. and everything that's going to happen. I'm going to fuck you this way. I'm going to fuck you that way. I'm going to fuck you in this position, in that position. I'm going to make you come this, that. And then you get together, and what do? You just have some regular ass sex.
Missionary and fall asleep.
Done. Done.
So those texts that we've talked about, I didn't do any of the stuff.
I just say this stuff. I mean, really.
I wanted to, but like,
I don't even know about that. I don't know if we can admit that.
I'm talking about mine.
Right.
I'm talking about mine.
I wanted to. Of course, I wanted to. I wanted to do all this. Like Nick is just like, I had to edit so much of this podcast. I wanted to like flip you over and invite some partners in and bring out these toys, and you were gonna do this to me, and I was gonna do that to you. And, it got away from me. My dick got away from us, but.
You rode me for 7 minutes and we went to bed. That's what happened.
But what if your like sexting was like this? What if somebody saw your sexting? And what if maybe it's not as extreme as cannibalism, but what if you're really into some like, one of these fucking rape role play things where it's like, I'm gonna come in and hold you down and like throw you against the wall and then someone saw that and you were like, well, I say that shit, that's what she likes, and we like get into it and then we just have like normal sex.
Yeah, we in the industry call it CNC.
Yeah.
But
I gave her aftercare, it's no big deal.
I might have weirder ones. I've definitely never said that. Like I don't
Cannibalism?
No, rapes like that.
Yeah.
The CNC stuff. That is not the area I'm getting nervous. That is not an area I jump in at all. But I have things that you probably like he should have been doing CNC rather than this thing.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I am right there with you, brother. I think
Nick, do you have such text messages?
I don't think
John, you know me. No.
It's like I wish I did.
My texts are overly polite and ends in friendship most of the time.
Nick is featured on Dudes Down Bad regularly. I feel like I say a lot of things that are ragingly inappropriate.
I say a lot of things that I'm incapable of.
Yeah, right.
Incapable of.
Right. It's like we might as well be texting about the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus too. It's just not gonna fucking happen. It's not real life. Yeah, there are. Sometimes I just see some word choices, but from both parties. It's like It's not. I'm not yelling at somebody who's just sitting there being like, "Why are you talking to me?" She's reciprocating just as hard as I am. just weird
we both
words.
Know what's actually going to happen.
So long story short.
Anyway, Armie Hammer.
We stand with Armie.
Real weirdo.
God, I mean, if he was a little bit bigger of a star, I think we'd have like a monster story on our hands.
What is he? I feel like he's in
the Johnny Depp Zorro movie. I think he played Zorro when Johnny Depp played like Geronimo or whoever the fucking Indian guy is, the Native American guy in Zorro. He also was in.
Yes, you're right. It's exactly what
he's like a Western guy, right? And then he was in recently. He was on Netflix. He was in that movie like Amanda or something like that. It's like an Alfred Hitchcock remake.
Oh, he's the man from U.N.C.L.E., which I've tried like 10 times. It doesn't work for me.
But here's the thing, dude. He's 6'5".
He's a weapon.
He's a weapon.
Yeah.
You know who his grandfather was? Armie Hammer, who was an oil tycoon. So this dude is like the Winklevosses, He's got big money. He's famous. He's rich. He's like the prototypical like weapon, Adonis, I mean, Kelly Keegs wrote a blog saying this doesn't make him any less hot. I was like, Christ on the cross, Kelly. It definitively should make him less hot that he is a fucking cannibal.
I think,
dude.
I think it doesn't make him less hot. I think it makes him hotter.
I mean, that's there are tweets out there right away.
Save for the line about making them cook their own flesh.
This girl
said, rest of it, I'm like, all right, I get.
This girl said, me sliding into Armie Hammer's DMs after finding out he is a beautiful 6'4" sadistic cannibal freak. And she DM'd him, hey, you seem like a really great guy. I'd like to know. And did someone say 6'4"? There was another guy. Nick, do you have that picture?
Which one?
Of the guy falling outside of his apartment.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. You pull it up. It's like this little it's like this gay like twink guy, and he's like, there's a picture of him like he fell on the ground and he's like this and his knee.
Oh, with the ketchup.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's like knee outside of Armie Hammer's.
I hit that with a yes.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the tweet, it's like me outside of Armie Hammer's apartment house being like, oh no, I've fallen over or something because there's blood, fake blood everywhere. Like, come get me, daddy. Fucking vampire freaks. How do you think you? Let me do an ad read real quick because we got a lot more to talk about. This works. This works in a way. When you have found the one, when you found a partner that you think you're going to click with, how do you navigate these deeper type of hobbies?
Boy, I am interested to hear what this ad read is for.
I'm just saying, when how do you bring up some of these things? It's like, oh, you like the Red Sox, like so do I, and that's how you start out. And then it's like, oh, you like this kind of food, you have this in common, and like, oh wow, we click, we're compatible in bed. And then it's like, and then how do you broach some of these topics? And when you do, when Armie Hammer finds someone, I don't know if we can put Armie Hammer in here.
It is.
We'll finish Armie and then we'll move on to all ad reads. We'll get our ad reads in after, so no one has to be associated with the cannibalism. So rewinding, how do you think you broach this topic? Like, I find it difficult enough to be like, can I fuck this girl in the ass? You know what I mean? Like, how do we get on that same page? Let alone like, hey, you into human flesh?
I think that
or is it a gross amount of manipulation? You just like find someone and trap them and then make them think these things are normal? Or
probably the latter.
Probably.
But I would. So let's say it as the master manipulator here. I would, if it was up to me, I would cut myself.
Wow, you really are dark.
And just see what their reaction was. Like, because you know how sometimes when you cut yourself, you suck it?
Yeah. What if she just grabs it and does it for you?
And like this hurts. And then just see if they have an instinct to immediately do that. Because I that's what I would do. But, man, your reaction didn't feel great there. I would just like, if that's
you would suck somebody's bleeding like body?
That's how.
Yours?
I would
hers?
I would do it to my own if it was like, I don't think I would do it. I don't know.
You would do it. You would do it. See, these are the times I say maybe we're not so normal. I would do it to myself, no doubt. I do it all the time. I'll bite my fingernails. Oh shit! But not do that to you.
I wouldn't do it to you.
I don't think I would do it to
I would do it to someone.
Well, again, listen. When it comes to me, like in the bedroom and shit, if it's with someone
I'm not talking bedroom
I will
stuff.
do
I'm
anything.
talking just like
you'll just grab them on the couch and start sucking their blood.
I think because that's when I was little and cut myself. That's how like my grandparents, I think, handled it. Is this too weird? Because I think what I'm saying is accurate. Maybe I'm misremembering it.
Nick, did your parentals ever suck on your bleeding body parts?
Not on mine, but I've seen like somebody.
Yeah,
do,
yourself.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
I don't remember. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering. But I feel like I'm remembering one single instance. It definitely happened.
Okay.
It definitely happened one time. I fell down a hill, and my grandfather just put my finger and like because we couldn't
sucked your blood.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know if it was a regular thing, but it definitely happened that one time, which sticks out in my mind because I was probably like, "This is fucking weird, bro." So I think maybe I would do it. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
And then, so you cut yourself, and if they start sucking, you start fucking. Yeah. I mean, that would definitely be a good sign.
That's how I would figure it out.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are you into like blood play?
I've never done it before.
I think you're into it though.
I mean, this started off with like, I can fuck with that.
But I didn't think it was as serious as I think it is.
Neither did I.
Yeah. I mean, we know like we need like a meme of some sort, like almost like the galaxy brain things. You know what I mean? It's like early KFC Radio was like, come, big deal. Like middle KFC was spit.
Yeah.
And now we're on to blood.
We're doing blood now. Yeah. I mean, Armie introduced me to it. What do you want me to do?
Blood is so aggressive, but at the same time, not.
I think I'm winning you over a little bit.
No, I don't think would you do blood stuff before you do pee stuff?
I
think I would do pee stuff way before I do blood
stuff. I would
stuff.
do pee stuff first.
Yeah.
What did you just take a picture of?
I don't know if you can hear that, but
hear
I just heard a screenshot.
Yeah, I did a screenshot. I'm going to make a meme. I know a meme.
The scariest
I know
sound in the world is like, ka-ching.
I'll have it done in like 30 seconds. So
Okay.
Have you ever been FaceTiming inappropriately and heard that sound? That's not cool.
I have been FaceTiming inappropriately and made
done
that
that.
sound.
Have you ever sent something inappropriately where you did a voice note instead of sending it?
No, but people do that all the time now.
That's that new
it's like,
shit.
It's everyone just sends voice notes all the time.
I started thinking about it as like a, this will self-destruct in 60 seconds sort of thing. Like, I'll say that to you, but I'm
But
not
also,
putting
you
that in
just
writing.
screen record it.
You could, but it does take an extra level of just,
Yeah. But like, I do not think that I've never really done one of those. I do not think that
I think a good rule of thumb, as I've done this before, I've been like, if you are not comfortable enough to send this in writing with the person, you should not be sending it at all, like in voice recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there are plenty of times I was comfortable with the person at the moment, and guess what?
Like you said, in the heat of the moment.
Things have gone horribly since.
Have you ever heard of watermarking nudes?
No.
This is brilliant. I learned about this one recently. And again, this is sort of like a, if you have to do this, you probably should not be sending the person these pictures. But early on, when you're not so sure, you send a nude and you pick like a little spot and you just put like a little mark that or like their initials or their name or something in like you hide it. So that way, like if I ever leaked it and then she like opened it up and saw like, yep, there it is. Like you were the one. That's the one I sent to you. You're the fucking leak.
I'm doing that.
That's some brilliant shit, right?
I'm 100% doing that from now on.
When I learned
for no
that,
reason other than I
was-
want to know who I have to yell at.
Yeah, you do that, you almost knock on wood, or whatever.
Also, but the problem with that is-
I would want the leak to happen. I would want to be so savvy to be like, ha!
Yeah.
I got you! Using my watermark system! Ha ha! I mean, that's brilliant.
The problem with that is like I have like 3 nudes. I just send them to everybody.
But if every time you sent it, you put
I
like,
changed the picture. Yeah.
you change, you put their name or their initials or whatever.
My entire life, I've only ever had like 3 nudes.
Yeah.
The 3 times I ever looked good. You've all gotten them.
When I learned of that, I was getting I got one. Let me see if I have it without I'll like zoom in and not,
by the way, that's the meme.
What?
Jesus.
I do not like that meme.
All right. Reel it in.
When I saw like I like the girl told me like, yeah, I used to like watermark pictures. Like now, like I trust you, like we're fine. But like in the beginning, this is what I did, and I saw and it had a KC in it. I was like, wow,
Really?
that's fuck. And like I didn't notice it at all. It was like super subtle. It's like, God,
Like that.
damn,
It's a good move.
Yeah,
It's a good
I was like,
move.
this is brilliant. Watermark your nudes. Holy shit, man. So, anyway, to all the cannibals out there.
We hear you.
We cannot be the cannibal podcast, John. I draw the line there.
No, you're right. You're right.
We cannot be the cannibal.
I'm out on
We
cannibalism.
do not kink shame,
We do not kink
but I
shame.
don't believe of cannibalism as a kink. I believe that is an illegal act.
Yeah, correct.
Until they change the laws, you can't do that.
Once they change laws, we're all in.
All in. It's like weed. It's like weed, used to be like, we're going to throw you in jail for life. Now it's like, it's legal. No big deal. Oh, my goodness. All right, so what do we got today? We got Stone Cold breaking No Guest January. I mean, when the rattlesnake comes calling, you don't tell. Imagine, sorry, Steve, we're doing No Guest January. Shut up, pussies.
Yeah. He did come and just fought us.
Yeah, but so we talked with him, and it was awesome. I mean, we talked a little bit about Jake Paul and what he's doing with McGregor and Logan with Floyd. We talk about The Rock and Mankind in that fateful match where he took it too far with Mankind and what was going on behind the scenes with the rest of the guys. With Stone Cold, we talk about his new show and the episode he did of Straight Up Steve Austin with Bert Kreischer, which is like, that's a hell of a combo. That's a combo that like if I was invited along on that, I think I'd say no. Like, I don't want to weigh you two guys down, let you guys just do your thing. So Stone Cold coming up. We've got voicemails, of course, but first we're going to do our top 5s. and it's in honor of Armie Hammer. We're going to do top 5 leaked or hacked celebrity scandals. So any sort of media that's been leaked or hacked. It's brought to you by Blue Nile. Now, when you do find the person who's compatible on every level and every safe and happy and satisfying way, you got to make sure you get them that jewelry, right? Jewelry is forever, man. It's perfect. You could be a first date or a first gift in a relationship. You're getting jewelry all the way up to an engagement ring. You know, you can start out with little like bracelets and necklaces, and
you gotta go bracelets and necklaces. I think you have to wait until you're getting an engagement ring to get a ring.
I used to think that, but then you can get just like regular rings, I think.
You definitely can, but as someone who has given someone a ring before and saw the look on their face.
Well, you can't give the ring. If you give a ring during ring period of time, like ring capital
Christmas, yeah.
This Christmas, and it was
no, not this Christmas. It was just years and years ago.
Okay. I'm saying if you've been dating someone for a long time and they might be expecting the ring, like capital R ring, and you give them a different ring, but it's in like a ring box and like they're opening it and shit. That's what you did?
That's exactly what I did, yeah.
And they thought it was like the ring.
Nope. Oh, yes, they did. And they were not, it was the opposite though. They were not happy to hear that. Like they were like, what? They looked at me like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh no.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, I guess we're going to break up soon because clearly this.
Because you were horrified at the chance of marrying me. You were petrified that it was going to be the ring.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a wrap.
Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty though. It's versatile, and when you go to BlueNile.com, you can get everything from those first gifts to the big one. And so whether it's Valentine's Day or your engagement, Blue Nile will have quality diamonds, quality jewels, quality metals, all at an affordable price. And right now you can get $50 off of a $500 purchase when you use code KFC. That's BlueNile.com, code KFC. It's valid through Valentine's Day and includes all engagements. So it's all handcrafted quality. It's legendary services. They have the history in the game. They've got credibility. They've been doing it for over 20 years now. So they are like the premier internet jeweler, which makes so much more sense. You don't have to know a guy. You don't have to go to someone in the Diamond District. You don't have to go to some little shop somewhere. You don't know what you're getting or if it's quality. Blue Nile has the most brilliant diamonds. You can get stud earrings. You can design them and customize all yourself, from earrings, bracelets, all the way up to that engagement ring. Right now, you can get 30-day returns if you don't like something. You can get expert advice 24/7, and you can get guaranteed service and repair for life. So if you commit to them, they commit to you while you commit to your loved ones. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So if you don't like it, free shipping and free returns. Go to BlueNile.com. Code KFC for $50 off a $500 purchase. Top 5 celebrity leaks in honor of Armie Hammer, that cannibal motherfucker. You want first pick?
Sure, I'll go one. My number one is okay. So I have two here. I'm gonna go with Tiger, the original like divorce situation.
The piss text.
No, the piss texts were two. This was just the day. I guess it's not okay. So never mind. I guess I will take the piss text.
Yeah, no,
because the
that's
first
all.
one's not a leak. It was just like
like the occurrence.
Like I remember where I was.
Too. I was in my ex-girlfriend's
clearly.
house that morning after. Like I read it in the paper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like really on like Sports Center, and his dad was my buddy's house, and his dad was like, "You guys are never gonna believe this." It was that was crazy.
You're talking like 9-iron to the head, into the car, and all that shit.
Yeah, but no, I will take the P text.
You know what could have been crazy, by the way? She did hit him with a golf club, right? I know she hit the car, but did she swing it? I think she swung it at him.
She definitely swung it at him.
Imagine if she just like connected in the head with a 9-iron. That scandal would have been totally different. Imagine if it was just like Tiger Woods' wife, like he's in a coma right now because Elin like crushed him with a 9-iron.
Yeah, it would. You're right.
That'd be crazy.
Also, like she honestly should have been in a lot more trouble for that.
I just realized that right now.
Yeah,
like everyone's like he's the bad guy, and I get it, but like she tried to kind of murder
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
It was like attempted
definitely
murder.
attempted murder. It's like
Again, if the tables were
9-9?
turned, if it was like I
Imagine
caught
that,
you
like,
cheating and
Elon was
I
cheating.
fucking hit you with a golf club,
Yeah, it is a very different
double
story.
standard is thriving.
It is. That's she should have been in a lot
So
more
that
trouble.
entire scandal, though, that leads up to you get the. Have you ever had a golden shower? I'm just morbidly curious. I remember that, like almost exact word for word.
Yeah, I
in the
fucking
Perkins
asked that
restaurant.
text word for word.
I cut and pasted that and just sent it over.
You throw in the I'm morbidly curious just to kind of just soften the blow a
Yeah,
bit.
in case you're like horrendously against it, you know.
Just a weird thing I've been thinking. But yeah, that was probably
Saw this on like another show, or like saw this on the internet. What do you think of that? Oh yeah, me too. Totally gross.
This
totally
is so
gross.
weird, right?
Totally terrible. Yeah, I would never, unless you want to. Yeah, Tiger's up there. I mean, Tiger's the king because he was.
You
just
could do a
like,
top 5 all Tiger.
You probably could, but I'm gonna go the OG of all like celebrity leaks, the Pam and Tommy video.
Ah, yes.
That might be really the king. Tiger is king of like.
See, I think leak happens
Leak of
more recently rather than like.
But
that
yeah.
was
That was a fucking
leaked?
VHS. I mean, it was stolen. You know. It was
Right.
like-
Okay.
So that
yeah,
was
yeah.
you know leaked now is like I digitally hacked in. This was like I broke in and opened up the safe and there was the fucking VHS.
Right.
You know. Think about that. Now it's so much easier to get your sex tape leaked, quote unquote, stolen, hacked, whatever. I mean, back then those guys did like everything they could. It was one tape. It's like the Wu-Tang album. Like there's one of them, and it was locked in a safe.
I
And
didn't
they
know
still,
that.
yeah. I think at least I know the guy like broke into their house and like robbed them, and then also got that.
I
So,
think robbing a house. Like, I don't even know what's on this tape, but I must have it.
yeah, to me that's like leave the jewelry behind. There's something on here. If you open up a safe and you see a tape, or in this case, nowadays a flash drive or something like that, you'd be like, that's worth.
You see it.
Brilliant.
You see a .mp4 or
you know.
.mov.
You know.
Yeah.
Like this is either got like this is like who killed Kennedy or someone's fucking. You know? All right, so Tiger for you, Pam, Tommy for me.
My number 2, I am going to go Verlander and Kate Upton. That's just tough. It was if the list
Because
is,
of Verlander, by the way.
100%.
If Kate's
Verlander.
on that, it's cool, whatever.
What-
Verlander makes it legendary.
All I care about is the man in the jeans.
Yes,
that is
those Wranglers, baby.
It is, and because there's obviously his solo one,
Just like-
but there's one with both of them in it together,
yes,
right? Yeah,
they're doing the prom pose.
Yeah. That's a. If this is the most shocking leaks, that deserves to be number 1.
Yeah.
actually. Like that is a.
They are just like the
shocking
whitest couple. Yeah, you know? Me and my Wrangler jeans and
that
my,
could be an
like-
Old Navy commercial.
Yes. That's like Old Navy got like porno. You know?
Actually, I kind of want to see it right now, but
Have we ever? Nobody's ever interviewed Verlander here. Has PMT ever done it?
I don't believe so.
Because like one of these days, I would love to get Verlander like off the record and just be like, bro, those blue jeans. I want to sit down with Justin Verlander, and my first question is, how about those dungarees? How about those denim you were wearing, bud? I mean, that is, he's a big time pitcher, a legendary pitcher. And when I close my eyes and think of him, that's what I
That's
think.
how they should have done their fucking engagement picture.
Yeah.
Like how they like
Lean
their
into
engagement
that.
announcement.
Yep. Okay. My number 2 pick
Oh, I forgot you. Oh, I forgot he's naked. He's not in jeans in this picture.
in the prom picture.
Yeah,
He's naked.
he's naked.
Is his dick out?
It's the only version I can find is blurred.
Yeah.
but
Right. Boy, she just has some large tits. I feel like sometimes I'm like I never know if I can like look at these or not. It's like I think the FBI is looking at your phone right now. When you look at those fappening pics. Okay, my next pick is I'm gonna go the second go round of Tiger when I saw his cock.
good dick.
Because that to me, it was a weird dick. It was a good dick. It was a big dick, but it was bigger in the middle than it was at the top.
Yeah, it was like a sex toy.
His dick looked like you ever well, I'm just gonna say, you ever just like jerk off too much that your dick's like you're taking a beating and it gets wider in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
I know what you mean,
When
Captain.
I was
I
like
know what you
when
mean.
I was like 13, it was probably the first
This might
time.
be our least relatable episode yet.
When I first the day I first came, John, the first time that I came, I remember being like, oh, whoa, now I get it. You know, I was like, wow, that happens at the end of it. So that day I, blasted off like 60 times and like going to bed that night. Boy, that thing was not looking like a normal shape, And I remember being like, that's it. I broke it. It's like, I broke it. And I'm going to have to go to my parents and be like, Mom, I broke my dick. We need to go to the doctor. Luckily, it went back to normal shape. But that dick, and maybe that's what Tiger had done. Maybe before those pictures, he had jerked off like 6 times. Yeah. But Tiger's dick in the middle was wider than his tip, and that made me feel weird about it. But he's got a dick on him. I remember people were like, "Did you see like the Lindsey Vonn nudes?" I was like, "I don't care about that. Let me see Tiger's dick," because until I see Michael Jordan's dick, which I don't know if I ever will, but until that day happens, Tiger will be the most important dick I've ever seen. Right?
Yeah.
Who could beat him? I think MJ for me would beat him. Brady's dick? For you, Brady personally, but Brady on a bigger level, like would that? I don't think.
Brady.
You think? Just because he like Giselle and everything, or like
Brady's dick would break the internet for sure.
Sure, but would it be bigger than Tiger's?
Oh, you mean? Are you talking like actual size?
No. I mean like importance. Like,
yes.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like Tiger still has the edge. I feel like we're a little bit jaded by like how big Brady was. He's huge.
Was? Sir?
Is, yeah, whatever.
Okay. But no, I think
Tiger's still like on another level.
I don't think so. I think Tom Brady and Tiger are on the same level, and I think Tiger's came out like after he's had a bunch of stories. So
true.
Like Brady,
in that sense, it would be like we haven't
true blue. There isn't a bad thing with him.
Right.
That
except for the deadbeat dad thing,
Even Bridget says they broke up before they knew about the pregnancy. And she says he's the best stepdad in the world. So shut up about that. Number 3, Jeremy Yager.
Ooh, what's that?
It's just him in bed, but it's the story behind it is the best part, where the girl was I think she asked for like 10 grand. She's like
extorting him?
Yeah. And he goes, "Oh no, I don't care. Just post it."
You must have me mistaken. I don't care.
It was a very low price. So it's like, if you pay me this, like I won't post this picture. And he's like, "Oh no, I don't give a shit. Post it."
Dude, that's amazing. That is the best thing in the world. If you try to get blackmailed, then it's just like, "Oh, I don't care."
Yeah, no, just post it. Fine.
Yeah. or even better, like when Whitney Cummings posted her own. Remember that? It's like, whatever. Do you know they were just telling this recently. There's a very funny backstory with that. So Whitney was getting like extorted. Like, I have nudes of you, and I don't think they were even like that bad. But Whitney just said, "Fuck it." Like, here's my tits.
I hope someone tries to extort me,
right?
Because then you feel like you're the hero.
Yeah.
If they get leaked, you're kind of like a scumbag.
Yeah.
But if you get like someone, I might just do it right now. Someone's threatening to extort me.
Yeah, we can make that up.
Here's my dick.
We can make that up, and we'll fake the DMs like happened to our guy Armie Hammer. Bert Kreischer that day was like, in solidarity, posted a picture of his balls. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Do you know what happened with that tweet? So those balls, I think he like pinched them and then kind of squeezed them.
Yeah.
So it was like a gruesome ball
Got caught
picture.
in his zipper, I think.
Something like that. It was like hanging brain,
nasty.
right? And he tweets it out and he says, #I stand with Whitney. That day, Whitney Houston died.
Oh, no. I did not know
And
that.
a lot of people like saw that hashtag and I think just like kind of assumed and used it. And so like Bert Kreischer's ball sack is mixed up with Whitney Houston like RIP tweets. And he said that like a lot of like middle-aged black women like would reply to the tweet and were like, "This is not what I expected to see, and honestly, like I didn't want to see this at all. But I did a little research, and I saw the backstory of this, and like, good job by you." But I mean, what are the chances?
That is
Your ball sack
real.
getting mixed up with Whitney Houston death tweets. I mean, holy shit. I'm gonna go with Jeff Bezos. His alive girl tweets, texts are the strangest things that's ever happened.
I don't think I knew about these. So why don't you tell
when
them?
he got outed as having a mistress, all of his sexts were like, "I want to smell your hair. You are my alive girl. I want to like feel your breath." And I was like, "This is a motherfucker who bangs androids." Like he's like, "Oh, you're my alive girl." Because I fuck artificial intelligence.
You know how weird you are if like it makes more sense that you're talking about robots rather than dead people. Yeah. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. He's probably just robots, not dead
fucking
people."
robots. He's not.
I just think you're my live girl. You're my dead
live
girl.
girls and dead girls. Let's hope it's the fucking robots. But they were so like scientific and so clean and like not, you know, they were not sexual at all.
Sound like all Biz Pete.
Yes, yes, that's exactly how all Biz Pete would sext. Do you can you pull those up, Nick? Are you looking at those or no? Am I? They're just like, I want to like caress you and like kiss your mouth. It's like, yeah, no, what else you fucking kiss, Jeff? You goddamn weirdo.
I'll kiss your pussy lips.
And this was the girl. This ended up being a bigger saga that nobody really talked about. The brother leaked that. Remember that?
Right, because
and then it turned out that
his brother's girl or his wife's brother's girl?
It was her brother leaked the messages, and it was like, oh wow, like that's dirty. And then it turned out that she gave him the messages. It was all a plot against Bezos, and he was like, I don't care, go.
Yeah,
you know,
but
like,
also like they're still
70,
together, aren't they?
I don't know if they are or not anymore. I know that I want to breathe you in. I'll show you with my body and my lips and my eyes very soon. Like, what? I want to hold you tight. I want to kiss your lips. I love you. I am in love with you. It's
first of all, that one was completely normal. You just said it weird.
I want to smell you. No, honestly, I stand by that. I think that's weird. To be like, I love you. I am in love with you. Like in the middle of your sexting.
Well, I mean, I don't think it gets the W word. It is a little unorthodox, but like, I mean, go scroll back up to that one. That is a completely normal text message. I want to hold you tight. I want to kiss your lips. I love you. I'm in love with you.
That
is a fucking regular ass text to send to your betrothed, your lover.
I get that text. That sounds like fucking lyrics to a song. That sounds like a poem.
Look, it is not.
If I got that, I'd be like,
it is weird.
Puke.
No, it's not weird. It is unorthodox. It is just like, there's nothing weird. It's just, it's like, oh, you talk differently than I talk.
Yeah.
That's not like.
That's like poetry.
It is, yeah. But it's not with the message.
I love you alive, girl is the weirdest thing.
I love you alive, girl is
that is just.
That is weird. That is bizarre.
I mean, that
like,
I would hope that's.
He even used a comma before and like, I love you alive, girl.
You know.
like he on his side, he was also texting dead girl.
Don't get it mixed up. Alive girl. 4-pick for you, right?
4-pick. I'm gonna go Ray Allen.
Oh fuck.
Ray Allen with the
getting close or whatever.
Like I want what exactly was it? Because it's the fact that it was a tweet.
No, DM.
No, but he. Right. He accidentally tweeted
it.
So
yes.
It is just. I don't think those things happen anymore.
No, most people are like
the accidentally sending a DM.
When you masturbate, think about my tongue on your clit and switching back and forth from my dick to my tongue.
I don't even.
I'm getting there. That's it. I'm getting there. When you masturbate, think about my tongue or your clit, or switching back and forth from my dick to my tongue.
I don't get the message.
Getting there. When you masturbate, think about my tongue. I think it's supposed to be my tongue on your clit, switching back and forth from my dick to my tongue. So when you masturbate, think about me fucking you, and then switching to my tongue. Because I think it says tongue or your clit. I think it's supposed to say on.
Okay.
Think about my tongue on your clit, and then switching back and forth from my dick to my
tongue. So like
he's
just rubbing clit with his dick?
No, he's fucking her. I think he's like, I fuck you, and then I think about me like fucking you, and then switching to eating you out.
Okay.
That's the old, even during
the switching back from my tongue, like that. A switch back feels like it has to happen faster than it takes me 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
to
gotta
switch my dick.
Well,
to
that's
my mouth on your pussy.
I mean, even in Ray Allen's sexting, he's building in the whole when I pull out because I'm about to come and I'm gonna go down on you because I have to taste you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna work that into my sex just so that you expect it when I do it, so I don't come early. My 4-pick. I'm gonna go Armie Hammer. I think he's cracked my top 5. Like, it's cannibalism.
It is.
It's an X factor that's really like a game changer.
He should have been higher.
Yeah.
I think because we both just talked about it.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, like that could be my number 1 pick. The next time we do this, once he's like established,
a completely reasonable number 1 pick.
Like they might make fucking like documentaries about Armie Hammer one day. Like that guy, legitimately. But put it this way: very few, nobody on this list really, will be investigated because of their sexting. They're gonna do an investigation on Armie Hammer. Like he might have to be like buckle up for like criminal proceedings. That's how hard that guy sex. And again, that makes me kind of feel like a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm such a prude. The police don't even get involved when I sex. Last pick.
My number 5 is, honestly, probably the most important sex tape of all time. It's Kim K. It is.
I still give the nod to Pam and Tommy because it's just like the predecessor. But yeah.
I mean,
this went more mainstream and
it significantly changed the world.
Absolutely.
That's not even an exaggeration.
No, not at all.
That sex tape significantly changed the world.
Yep.
In the
It
sense that
changed
like
media. It changed like the celebrity world. It changed the entertainment world. It launched the
you
reality.
talk about
kind of like
butterfly
launched like, the
effects?
reality, not launch reality TV shows, but like
changed it.
It emboldened it. It
Right.
made it more popularized it. Yeah.
It got her married to the
Kanye. Yeah.
Kanye. Like it is. If you trace back butterfly steps, that is one of the most important things that's ever happened.
Think about it. Like if that doesn't happen, like Kim probably just marries Ray J. And they're married for a few years and they get broke up and like they go their separate ways, like whatever. Like that empire doesn't get launched. And then you know what? Even things like Ryan Seacrest like owns the E Network and owns like Keep It Up with the Kardashians and shit. Like I don't know, maybe he doesn't grow to be what he is.
Right.
And then like American Idol and this and that's different. And then like you just never know.
It is.
Kim
it
K
is,
touches everything.
It is number one, the most important thing that ever happened in the world. This number two, probably the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand.
So true. Like think about if you were one of those people who got pardoned and released from jail, you really owe it to Ray J fucking
Ray J.
giving back shots to Kim K and then stupidly putting that video out.
100%.
Because if she doesn't get famous, she doesn't pretend to be a lawyer, she doesn't get you out of jail. That guy.
She's going to law school, Kevin.
Yeah. All right, my last one here. I mean, it was gonna be Kim K, but I'm gonna go with Chris Evans' dick. It's a good cock.
It's a good. He's got a.
Good
He's
dick.
got a.
'Cause he's just a good guy, and I'm happy that the world knows he has a great dick. You know, it was the icing on the cake of Chris Evans' life. It was the feather in his cap. It was the last little piece he needed. He already had the look. He already had the career. He already had like the charisma. He already had it all. And then we knew because he poked it out of the bottom of his shorts that he's got a hammer.
That
on
he's
him.
got a fucking a banister. Like it looks like something on the end of the stairs that you'd touch. Like, I don't know why I have to grab this, but I do. And you kind of just grab it as you walk off the stairs.
That is great. I would say if we have to keep it within the realm of text messages and leaked, like because that was kind of the essence here with Armie Hammer. Von Miller has really skated on being like a big time.
Von Miller was on Nickelodeon yesterday.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's so funny. He literally was just a moment ago campaigning for the death of an unborn child, and now he's on a children's network.
Von Miller was on Nickelodeon.
Okay, you know what? I'm out on Chris Evans. Put Von Miller back in because that should have been, if it's true and whatnot, and it really wasn't confirmed to be untrue. So he just skated on this. It should have been like a pretty damning like event for him, where it's like we're just knowing how people get about abortions and shit. Like
right, I was
the big A.
I wasn't shocked about any of that stuff.
No,
and
normal guys like I've said this shit before.
The miscarriage, you can't fucking.
The M carriage is tough.
The M carriage is tough. You can't fucking say it.
He should have said it in a voice note. He should have said it in a voice note.
Boy, I hope. I've never gotten somebody pregnant, but I've had pregnancy scares, and I've thought, boy, I hope that pregnancy doesn't come to term.
By one method or another. Could be a doctor, could be the Lord, could be a flight of stairs. All I know is I don't want that to come to fruition. One way or the other, I would prefer to not have a living baby here. So the fact that he was doing that, and then people just were like, whatever. I think that shows how many people, male and female, were like, yeah, we've been there. You know? Some people were outraged, but most people were like, we know. We get it.
I thought I got someone pregnant. I said prayers. It's like, boy, I hope this doesn't work out.
All right, let us know your top 5 celebrity leaked texts or videos or pictures or whatever. Let's do our voicemails now. Voicemails today are brought to you by Acorns, the #1 app to save and grow some money. Now, people like me and you, we're dumb.
Okay. All right. I was worried where that was going to go.
We're
and then
dumb.
you insulted my intelligence. I was like, perfect.
We're dumb, but we're smart. We know what we don't know.
Correct.
And what I don't know how to do is how to like build wealth and manage money. I also know that I don't have much money, and I'm kind of like risk averse into like sinking huge amounts of money in big investments, or let me get involved in crypto in large amounts, and I just want to make some steady money. I just want a little bit more money than I have today, and I want it to be done for me, and I want it to be risk free, and I want it to just appear, you know.
Same way, yeah.
And that's honestly what Acorns does. Acorns takes all the change, spare change in your life. So when you buy something that's $10.43, it rounds up to $11, and it takes that change and it puts it into an account. So if you're buying coffee, you're getting food, you get a tank of gas, whatever your auto pay on your bills or your any of the things you purchase throughout the day are, and it rounds up, takes that extra money and invests it into a diversified portfolio that's designed by experts.
You throw that D word around.
Diversified?
I get bombed
baby.
up.
It's like, of course I'm getting rich.
Is
It's
my
diversified.
portfolio diversified? Oh yeah.
It's like in it's like in Chappelle, diversify your bonds. When Wu-Tang Financial. I feel like Wu-Tang Financial would be down with this. They will invest for you, and they will maximize your growth, and they will weather all the market ups and downs, and they next thing you know, like all your spare change is real money in a big account. So you can earn bonus investments from over 350 brands. You can find a job right there on the app. Over 8 million people, including people like A-Rod and The Rock, CNBC co-signs it. They will help your money grow. And right now you can get a $5 bonus when you start up, which really, when you think about it, if we're talking about like 10 cents, 1 penny, a nickel, 50 cents, 25 cents, and they're going to give you $5, it's like a, 5,000% bonus when you first sign up. So go to acorns.com/KFC. It takes 3 minutes to start investing and saving in the background of life. When they're like, would you like to like round up and donate this money to like blah, 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 blah. How about when they're like, would you like to round up and donate this money to yourself?
Dude,
that's
every
Acorns
time
for
they
you.
do that, I say yes, and every time I'm so mad about it.
I know, but they're doing that for you. Would you like to invest in the charity of
I'm
KFC?
at Whole Foods.
Right.
Like, why don't you just have Bezos do it? Why are you asking
He's too
me?
busy with a live girl. Acorns.com/KFC to get that $5 bonus and start saving today. Voicemails, let's go.
All right, we're about to get into our voicemails here on KFC Radio, but if you're looking for more content from me, head over to the Kevin Clancy channel. New episodes out every Wednesday.
Hey, KFC and Fights. This is Lisa in Ohio. So I
Hello,
have
Lisa.
a trash or not trash. I think this is not as bad as Fights' sheet pocket thing, but
Sounds like a picture of
I
that.
used to keep hard-boiled eggs in my coat pocket, and I would eat them on my way to work every day. The hard-boiled eggs were peeled, and I did it because I didn't want to waste a plastic bag every day, so I would just eat
my
eggs
God.
straight from my pocket. Let me know what you think.
Wait a minute.
Bye.
Wait a minute.
You think this isn't as bad as keeping Sour Patch Kids and weed in a bed pocket?
Insanely. What's even worse is that she thinks this would be that much better if she put it in a bag. It's like the reason I did it was because I didn't want to waste a bag. Like if she pulled out a Ziploc bag with eggs, everyone all would be forgiven. The fact that you're walking around with a pocket full of eggs is the fucking issue, whether it's raw or with a bag. You can't be doing pocket eggs.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, you cannot be doing pocket eggs. I'll let you palm your chicken. I'll let you have your pocket of fucking Sour Patch Kids. You can't be doing pocket eggs.
my brother did pocket sausage. So it's one of my like favorite. So my brother, when he was little, was like really fat, and he was born 11
pocket
pounds.
sausage sounds like something else. You know?
He was born 11 pounds 11 ounces. He came out fat.
He's a big
He
boy.
was fat for a long time. He's now much better shape than I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
But-
boy, like chips in the night.
But the so I had a hockey tournament. I was up in Lake Placid, the Can-Am tournament, and my brother was not on my team. He's much younger than me, but one of my teammates' dads saw him at the buffet and he was just stuffing his winter coat full of sausages.
Like links or patty? I don't know why that
Links.
matters. I don't know why that matters, Kevin. That mattered to me for some reason.
It was links. And he's like, Benny, what are you doing, dude? He goes, getting ready for the game. He left him in his winter jacket, and then just my dad said that he's like, it's like second period. He just reaches in and starts eating the sausage. I was like, the fuck did you get that, dude?
Getting ready for the game. You see this little like shifty pack rat, just like like stuffing away like a chipmunk in his mouth.
Honestly, they went on to fucking steal that story, a story I'd never told publicly. They went and stole it, and Frank Reynolds does it.
Yeah, yeah.
He goes as the sausage pockets in his chest pocket.
So it's funny you say that because when you said pocket sausage, that's what first popped into my mind with like the front pocket.
Yeah,
and it was because of Frank, and it also led me to First of all, let me tell you, when I was on the bench in 8th grade baseball, it was the last time I played baseball. I didn't make it to like the high school level. Like I've always said, once breaking balls started, I was out. I was like, these balls are moving. I can't hit this anymore. And me and my buddy Block were on the bench. There is no bench funner than a baseball bench.
Oh, no way.
I would rather be on the bench than play baseball.
For sure.
It's like
I remember like when I was like in like Little League and they'd be, if you get to like the 6th inning or however, well, I think we played 6 innings. So like, I guess you get to like the 4th inning and then it's like, well, this person, everyone has to get in that bat.
Yeah.
So like you get benched. I was like, fuck yeah, baby. All right.
Me and Block had
sit now, no problem.
We had so much fun on the bench that they'd be like, remember that kid I was talking about who could do all the cool shit?
Yeah.
They'd be like, Frankie, you're up. He's batting like 3rd. He'd be like, fuck, I gotta go, guys. I'll be back. Because we were having a blast on the bench. Being good in baseball, all that means is every now and then you have to stop having fun on the bench and go hit or play the field. Especially when you're playing the field and it's like they're not even gonna hit a ball for me for like 20 minutes. And like Kevin, Mike are having fun on the bench.
Yeah, they're throwing bubble gum into a fucking big thing of sunflower seeds.
We're doing all those things, and we would have snacks and shit. And then my boy Block used to eat good. He just started to up the ante, and he just kept bringing like more and more quality food. Like it started out as like sunflower seeds, and then like eventually like I would bring like cookies or some shit, like food you're just not supposed to eat during a sporting event. And eventually he brought steak, and he had a little tinfoil thing that he put almost like in the sun, like it was cooked, but he like kept it warm, and we were eating steak strips. And our coach, I remember being like Clancy, what are you doing down there? And I was like, what do you mean, coach? And he's like, are you guys eating steak? and then he didn't say anything, but he definitely was looking at us like, you guys aren't even considering getting in this game, are you? And I was like, you tell me, I'm not going in, like this. We were eating full blown like filet mignon. Eating steak? Like hanging out of his mouth. Yeah, what's up? And then I do remember one time I got put in to pinch run at second base, and I got picked off at second. Like I went out there, I was like, fuck. I put the helmet on, I run out there, and I just took like a massive lead. Like I was just like, I don't know where I am, like whatever. And then the guy whirled around and I was out by like a mile. And I was like, get me back to my steak, bro.
I one time got picked off at second too. And it was like my best friend who was the catcher on the other team. And he
threw down from second. From home plate.
Yeah. To this day. He has refused to let me live it down. He's like, do you remember when I picked you off at second or threw you out at second? I was like, yeah. Honestly, I had a belly full of steak. I don't know about you, bro. This is the first time I'm ever admitting it. That I acknowledge it happened.
Isn't it funny?
I'm always like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
To him. Yeah. Well, if he's listening, he's got you. Isn't it funny that those are the things that you like once found shameful, and now it's like, I don't fucking care, man. I have a pocket full of candy and weed. I don't give a shit. My a bartender I used to know, with a raging substance abuse problem, used to fill his coat pocket up with Coke and put a straw in it, and would just lean over and just rip rails out of the straw. He's cleaned it up his act, but can you imagine that? My Coke pocket.
Coke pocket. Got a couple sausage links in here.
Yeah. The whole buffet. You got everything you need.
Like that's one of those things where it's like, what do you think we think's happening?
Right. Like, why would you have a straw? Yeah,
that's sniffing my pocket and have a straw.
You come back up. Whoa. Do you smell that straw? You guys want to smell this straw?
Did you think you were pulling one over on me?
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. The fact that she's a girl too, it makes it worse for me. It does. Yeah, I'm gonna be sexist here.
Stinky ass farts.
If Glenny Balls pulls out a couple of hard-boiled eggs out of his pocket,
totally normal.
I nod. If Marty Mush does, it's not a fat thing. It could be a guy thing. Marty Mush does it. I'm like, yeah, Marty's got pocket eggs. A young lady like on the train, on a platform commuting,
just eating an egg.
And then again, the worst part, so you're telling me, if I called this woman out, if I said, hey, yo, bitch, what are you doing pulling pockets out of your, what are you doing pulling eggs out of your pockets? Her rebuttal would be, Well, I didn't want to spare a bag. Like, again, her logic is so far off. You are focusing on the wrong fucking thing, lady. It's that you're eating stinky, hard-boiled, peeled eggs out of your pockets on your fucking commute, not that you don't have it in a bag.
I do think it's an egg thing that makes it weird, because if she just had steak in her pocket, normal.
No,
I think
not normal.
Not normal,
not disgusting,
but not
gross.
Right.
Weird still, very weird.
It is a
Because there's something, eggs are a little bit wet too.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you do put it in your pocket raw, it's like if you pull a hard-boiled egg peeled out of your pocket, there's lint on it. There's like, you know, shit coming out of your pocket. Hair and stuff.
I think pockets are like soap in the sense that they're always clean.
The most insane take I've ever heard.
I completely agree. Like, I know in my heart of hearts that I'm wrong, but I regularly just throw shit in my pocket and I just eat out of it.
That's just so wrong.
I mean, it's like I don't put
fact, pockets are
food-
gross. I use pockets I like wipe my hands on my pockets.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Sometimes if back to blood talk, if I like get a bad hangnail, it's bleeding, I just put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
So my pockets are soaked with blood.
For sure. Yeah.
What happened down there? Some sort of horse massacre? Just pull out my pocket. It's like, what happened in there? I mean, pockets are like belly buttons. They're just filled with disgustingness.
100%.
And so if you put some wet food in there, I promise you, it's attracting all of that shit.
Yep.
Okay.
But I
you don't care. You just ignore that.
I turned a blind eye to that.
Well, you got to turn a blind tongue to that too.
You're 100% logically you're sound.
Oh, I know.
But I'm just like, I just put things in my pocket. I'm like, all right, I can just.
I mean, you and fucking Pocket Egg Girl are a match made in heaven. I mean, this girl better be so hot. You better make up for this. This would almost be a deal breaker for me. If I saw like the girl of my dreams walked around eating pocket eggs on her commute, I'd be like, I can't date you. I cannot date a pocket egg.
We'd have to
girl.
have a conversation for sure,
and like
you'd have to stop with the
definitely. You'd have to apologize.
I would rather.
You would have to say you're sorry to me.
I'd rather walk in on you fucking somebody else.
Yes.
And I'd be like, okay, I do get that that need.
I would never walk in on you fucking and be like, what's going on here? I'd be like, oh, you're fucking.
Yeah, you wanted to fuck that guy.
You pull out a pocket egg. I'd be like, what is going on here? Why do you just travel with pocket eggs?
Yeah, I would have a lot more. I'd have a lack of understanding about the situation. But I just don't explain this to me. Like I just don't get it. Help me see it. But like, if I walked in, you're just taking a dick. I'd be like, well, I get it. Like, yeah,
that's
you enjoy
want to
taking
fuck.
dick.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I've seen people eat eggs on their commute, like out of a Tupperware, like out of a carrier thing of some sort. And even then, I'm like, you can't be eating eggs on your commute. It's gross, you know?
Yeah.
This is...
Out of a pocket. Getting ready for the game?
What do you mean, getting ready for the game? Next up.
Hey, KFC fights. I got an issue here. Everyone's got, little pet peeves about their coworkers, whether they're saying some shit that, they have a little catchphrase that they always say that, it's not a big deal, but it just constantly grinds your gears. Well, I got one where we have a fridge with ice trays, to fill up your drinks. And the fucking farm animals that I work with take ice from both trays before filling it up. So then you run out of fucking ice. Whereas a normal person would take ice out of one tray, fill it back up so it freezes, and then start taking ice from another tray. These sociopaths take ice from both trays all day until you run out of fucking ice, and then you have 2 trays of just wet water sitting in the freezer. Now, it's not a big deal, but it's a minor inconvenience and a pet peeve. So I want to know, what are your guys' minor pet peeves about your coworkers? Viva.
Okay. All right. I mean, first of all, he's not wrong, but this is like, it took me a minute to even figure out what the problem was.
I believe I have actually tweeted this, that I back at the old office, like, I work with savages, and I just, like, there were 2 empty ice trays in the freezer. So it was like...
But that's just because you're mad that we didn't refill it.
Correct.
He's saying that, like, logically, you should use just one tray. That way you can refill it before you move on to the second one.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, but it's just like, I don't know. If I grab from one, I
sounded
grab
like he's
4 ice trays in the Barstool freezer, and there were about 3 total ice cubes. I work with savages.
Yeah.
But again, you're not talking about the order in which you approach the trays. You're just talking about refilling them, right?
Correct.
And what he's saying does make sense that you can't refill if you have 2 halfway empty ones. But that is, as far as pet peeves go, if that's your only problem at work, you're living pretty good.
It also sounded like he was saying you fill up with every ice cube taken out. Like I use a
Yeah.
tray till it's gone.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
I fill.
If you're trying to
the whole tray.
refill,
like single cubes, that's crazy.
nuts. No, that's totally crazy. But like I said, I mean, there are things in your office as far as food, behavior, bathrooms, kitchens, all sorts of shit that's way worse than fucking the order in which you
Also,
take it.
where do you work? Because like I feel like at Barstool, the ice cubes are only used when we make drinks. Like who you like?
Yeah, it's pretty rare to even like fuck with the cubes.
Yeah, like
You just
on
get
Friday night pints, we use the
Yeah,
ice
if you're making
trays.
like a cocktail.
But like,
But if you're just getting water, usually it's a water cooler
Drink out of
or
water.
just drink
Drink
it like
water.
yeah, bottle of water. You don't have
Drinking water.
ice. I mean, I guess though, if it's there, but you know, Jesus, this guy, it's like he's gonna shoot up the office one day, and the note's gonna be about the fucking ice trays.
yeah, it's gonna be very convoluted messaging. Like, wait, I don't really get it. What was he mad about?
Right. Yeah, I feel like I'm reading the Die Hard like 4 gallons in a 3-gallon jug riddle. I'm like, we got 2 ice trays, half full. I mean, I had to listen to Frank the Tank take a fucking shit at work. Okay, well, you want to talk about pet peeves? I had to listen to Frank blow up a porcelain toilet once. I mean, that's worse than the fucking ice trays. Let me tell you.
I am happy you brought that up because I have something that happened in the bathroom recently
boy.
to me that is jarring. It was so I was the
Wait,
one,
hang on. It's story time here for Feitelberg. We got to talk about the Barstool office. What happened?
So I was taking a shit, which is it's gonna take a lot for me to admit that. Something crazy has to happen for me to admit that I was pooping at one point. So
Especially at work.
yeah,
You're an animal.
Like, it is
You're
it
an
is something
animal.
I very rarely do, and I was
People who poop freely at work, as like I'm probably not as bad as some people where it's like there are people who like refuse to do it. I mean, sometimes you got to go, but if you just like casually willy-nilly feel no difference between your home bathroom and your work bathroom when you
Insanity.
shit, insane.
insanity.
If you don't have a little bit of like shame or like, all right, I'll hold it till I can get out of here, that's weird.
We're all animals dumping in the shit house, but still, I'd prefer to be in my own shit house.
Right.
So I am pooping, and I'm alone in the bathroom because I wouldn't poop otherwise. And then I hear someone come in, and as I've mentioned before, I 1000% subscribe to the rule that make yourself invisible when you're pooping. So
You hold it.
I
You stay
held
still.
it. I didn't.
It's like
make
the
noise.
Jurassic Park T-Rex.
Yeah.
Just
I'm like, I don't want you to hear a fart or something. And like, I'm
like
just
Frank, it's just
I'm
oh
just
my
like,
God.
I am going to be invisible as I can. And also I am going to wait until you leave.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you don't have to be like, well, like see me finishing a shit. Like I'll wait till you leave, then I'll come out and I'll fucking wash my hands and shit.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there trying to make myself invisible. And then I hear someone come in and they're using the urinal and they start eating like
Eating what?
chips. It was chips.
Crunching away.
Crunching away. Like, and one, I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna remain silent.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bit of a pause. And there's a second chip went
So that
in.
means he's at the urinal, probably just no hands, like, right? Like
I would
holding
imagine
the
so.
bag with one hand, eating the chips with the other. He could have maybe been doing the pour.
No, I would have heard the pour.
So he had no hand on his dick, peeing, eating chips, holding the bag.
Eating chips holding the bag. And then
Savage.
Savagery. The third chip, I said, I mean, if this happens again, I'm going to have to come figure out who this is.
Yeah.
And then the fourth chip came, and I was like, "That's it."
I mean, this guy's just eating
I got it.
chips.
Someone's having a whole fucking meal at the urinal. I need to see who this is.
You wrap up quick?
Yeah, so I was like, "All right, time to wipe." I gotta see it. I saw it. I know who it was. I am so embarrassed with this person. I'm not gonna reveal their name.
Did you confront him and say like you were eating chips?
Oh yeah.
and what did he? I thought you just wanted to know for yourself, but you said like, dude.
I was like, dude,
What are you doing
I was like,
eating
you're having a
chips?
whole fuking dinner at the fucking urinal.
And what did he say?
And he was just like, yeah, I'm just peeing. And like, I am someone who leaves. Like, if I get a new water bottle, I leave it
on the
outside.
outside. You don't want that fecal matter.
Like I just don't even bring it into the bathroom
Yeah.
with me at all.
Yeah.
This person was having I think he must have finished peeing. It was so long that he had to have finished peeing.
And it was just standing
And
there?
he was just standing there finishing his chips.
I can understand if you're finishing up a tweet or a text if you're a phone.
Oh, I text
know?
her at the urinal, no
Yeah.
doubt.
But to
Eating
sit there and
is
be like, well, I'm done here, but I got to eat some more chips. It's like, get out of here and go finish your chips at your table, you
go eat
fucking
your chips,
animal.
not in a bathroom.
What if he pulled out a pocket egg? Dude, that is
It is. It was. And chips are.
You should like hold this hostage. You should go to this person and be like, we've talked about you. And if you don't give me XYZ, I will reveal to the public.
The person knows that I know because we discussed it in the bathroom.
You should come up with some terms.
I'm not revealing your name, but know that I know. And know that Kevin knows too. I told him off camera.
I could see it being like a Armie Hammer. Oh, I don't care. Just release it.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably.
I'm the chip pisser. I don't care.
It probably. This person would probably say,
yeah,
that. Like, yeah, I don't whatever. Shit. It's fine.
That's. I would rather not be known as the chip pisser though.
Yeah, like,
that's
just eating a whole dinner.
Right.
I keep saying a whole dinner. It was
bag of chips.
It was multiple handfuls of chips.
Crunching away. Probably got crumbs on his dick. Falling right down onto his.
They were Lay's, so like they're very crummy chips.
Oh yeah, he's got greasy dick too. Oh my god. All right, last voicemail. Last voicemails. No. Yes, yeah. Last voicemail brought to you by Jackpocket. Every day that I drive home now, I go up the West Side Highway. I see the billboard. There's a billboard that has the Mega Millions and the Powerball totals, jackpot totals. They are both over $500 million right now.
Really?
They are both over $500 million.
But it's not fair because we don't live in a place that ever wins.
Well, I've thought about that. But honestly, the reason why I haven't, I don't get up, go to the gas station, go to the bodega, go to a place with the lotto store, because you're right. It's like, I have a full mouth of teeth. I'm not like a hillbilly. I'm going to lose. But with Jackpocket, it's right there in my phone. Like anything else, I'll open up my phone and I'll place a bet with Barstool. I open up my phone, I check my email, I open up my phone, I check my mentions, whatever. I should also open up my phone and play for a chance at $500 million.
$500 million that's money.
You know what I would do if I won $500 million? I wouldn't tell anybody.
You just keep a secret?
Yeah.
See, I would tell everybody.
I would tell some people.
I would tweet it almost immediately. Just so you guys know, I'm now the richest person in this company.
Well, see, that's where I think I would have fun with it. Like if all of a sudden I was outspending Dave and just doing shit that made him wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
And just be like, oh yeah, man, if all of a sudden I would find the clubs that Dave goes to in Miami and buy them out. You know what I mean? But everybody's tips oh no, your bill's taken care of. KFC got it. What? And yeah, no, he actually bought everybody's. He bought the whole. Actually, he owns this place now. Things like that would just leave people being like, what? And
that would be pretty cool.
I would
right.
I would drive. I would get my Hyundai, but I would have 90 of them. I would just do things that seem like I'm still living the same life.
Your
but just
whole street is just Hyundai.
Hyundais.
What's the car you have?
The Hyundai Palisade.
The Palisade. 100 Palisades. Just I have all the parking spots.
Honestly, the Palisade is what I would drive even if I had $500 million.
Really?
It's a delight. It's a fucking delight, man. I love it. But things like that where I could just confuse people by being a $500 millionaire would be unbelievable. So, I mean, let us know what you would do if you won $500 million. You can get your chance to win at Jackpocket right now. It's live in 10 different states, including New Jersey and in New York. Texas is another big one. So, a lot of our listeners might be live in these states. You can play Powerball, Mega Millions, Cash for Life, Pick 10, other daily games right on your phone. You can pick your own lucky numbers, or you can, randomize them. It checks your numbers and notifies you if you've won. You can instantly withdraw your winnings from your bank account. Over $20 million in prizes have been won on the app. Last week, a jackpot player won $1 million playing Cash for Life in Jersey. You can play the Mega Million or Powerball jackpot for free using code Barstool. So download Jackpocket, use promo code Barstool, and you might win $500 million for nothing.
For free.
Could you imagine if the one winner
if you're a listener and you don't do this, promo code Barstool, download this fucking thing. Where's my phone?
Do it right fucking now, right?
I'm going to do it right now.
Download the app, use code Barstool at the checkout screen. You can download it for free at the App Store, or you can go to jackpocket.com. Must be 18 or older to play. Jackpocket is not affiliated with any state lottery. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, residents of New York call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. That's 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Residents of Oregon, call 1-877-MY-LIMIT. All others call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please visit jackpocket.com/TOS for full terms of service. Draw dates of the week are Tuesday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Could you, if someone wins using code Barstool, if you win $500 million for free, you have to give us
finder's fee. Like for sure.
I'd say at least you have to give $10 million to each of us.
Ooh, I was going to go 1. I like yours better.
No, 10's better.
Yeah, 10.
And we'll start the negotiations there. We'll start at 10. Jackpocket.com or download the app. Use the promo code Barstool at checkout to play Mega Millions or Powerball for free. Last one. What do we got?
KFC fights. What is going on? So I'm doing Sober January this year, which is a sort of a popular thing that I think a lot more people are doing this year. I know comedians like Segura and Rogan and that whole crew do the October thing. And I figured, what the hell, I'd give it a shot this year just to see what sort of health benefits it had. Even though I wasn't too worried, I was like, I'm getting older, might as well see what it's all about. And so far, it kind of fucking sucks, I'll be dead honest. You sleep like shit, and everyone says that gets better, but so far it's not terribly exciting. But I guess my question to you is, have you ever partaken in any of this, or what's the longest streak you've gone sober? I guess weed may or may not count. I don't know. You decide that one. But yeah, I'll hang up and listen. Viva.
I'm glad this was brought up because it was something I was going to do on the show.
Sober January?
I've become a flask guy. I was going to do...
What are you doing? Getting ready for the game?
That's a whiskey?
Sure. Wow. I mean, this is a, you can hear like, a metal whiskey flask with the plaid, like,
it's a nice
blanket
flask.
wrapped around it.
Yeah. My mom got it for me.
Is it new? My mom got it for me. Is it new?
No, my mom got it for me like Christmas like 3 years ago. Like, it's just something I've had around. So I actually almost did Sober January, and then New Year's got away from me.
Yeah, that's what's great. I mean, it's supposed to start after that, right?
Right, yeah. So, but like it ended up being like one of those like bender weekends where it's like,
oh, it's January 4th.
I was like, yeah, it's January 4th. We missed it. We'll get it next year. I botched it. We botched that one. But no, my dad is doing it right now. I actually haven't spoken to him since Friday, but he was telling me, he's like, yeah, your mom's got me on dry January. I will be surprised if I make it through the Bucks game though. So I haven't talked to him to figure out whether or not he made it. It's something I thought about. I've never done it.
I don't drink enough anymore to, like, if I thought, when people are like, I lost like 35 pounds, if I thought I could get in like insane shape from cutting out drinking, like maybe I would do it.
Right.
I just don't think there'd be enough tangible benefits. I don't think there's enough pluses. There's a lot of minuses. And like, we're like, oh, I don't know if weed counts. Like, does smoking drugs count? Like, yeah, these things fucking count. I think that being substance free is insanity.
I don't get it at all.
By the way, similar to, I watched a couple episodes of the History of Swear Words.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch that?
I have not yet, no.
So I watched fuck and I watched dick. That's how the episodes are. Curse word. And fuck was the first one. It's hosted by Nick Cage and it's got Sarah Silverman and a couple other people. And they were like, curse words are like a entertainer's like best friend, you know? And I was like, fuck yeah. Motherfucking right. You know, like when you hear clean comics, people be like, it's a crutch, or if it's funny with a curse word, if it's not funny without it, then it's not funny. It's like, fuck that. Right. No, it's fucking not. And these people being like, it's, a well-timed one or a well-placed one can be, the best friend of a writer or a performer or whatever. I was like, fucking happy to hear it. And I think the same way about drinking booze and substances. Yeah. It's like you think of it as a negative. I think of it as like, this is within reason, moderation, right, of course. Yeah. But it like
I didn't pull the flask out until 5 p.m.
Right,
so just so we're clear here. It's not 10 a.m. Like right. I was like, all right, I know it's probably almost 6 o'clock now.
And you know what? It was such a fucking moment. Yeah. It enhanced everything. And it gets you through your days and your nights. It gets you through your kids. It gets you through your job. It's like, without it, you're just torturing yourself. You're just torturing your goddamn self. My sister tried to do it for like no good fucking reason. I was like, don't do that.
See, I also think it would be exceptionally easy. Like I could do it, no problem. I don't want to, but I could. I don't think it would be an achievement or hard at all.
So I think that's kind of the thing is that if it's not, then there's no reason to do it.
Right.
And if it is, then there's no reason to do it. like it's either it doesn't feel like an accomplishment, in which case you're not going to get much out of it, much satisfaction out of it, or it's like so incredibly impossible for you that you are torturing yourself for a whole month. For what? Just to say you did it? I mean, again,
dry January.
Let's say if you're like on a wedding diet, you get married in February and you need like, this month you're going to lose weight. Okay, fine. If you have like a tangible reason. But other than they're just saying you did it, it's like running marathons. It's like climbing mountains just to say you did it. Put a fucking sticker on your car or something. I don't give a shit.
I could not care less about your achievements.
I love like the Sober October crew that did it with Joe Rogan. And then like a year later, they were like, I'm not fucking doing that again.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Fuck
Oh,
that.
you wanted to do that annually?
Yeah,
no,
not fucking happening. Yeah, I mean, good for you if you, but like, don't put that stank on me. Don't put that pressure on me.
I don't
also
like
think it's a terrible time to do it. As is, like, New Year's resolutions are so stupid.
It's
like, let's pick the coldest, darkest, worst month of the year where
heat of sad boy season.
Right.
January and February are the two.
What's the best month to stop drinking?
The best month to stop
Because I would
drinking?
also say that like the best months you want to like party a little bit and have
I'd say
barbecues
probably
and
like March
shit.
or April.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the middle months. Fall I think is great, so you want to drink football and all that shit. Fall season, summer, like I could probably do like August.
I could probably
sit
do
inside
August.
in the air conditioner and like but like April. I think April's the one. March, theoretically, depending on where you're at in life, you have the March Madness tournament. St. Patrick's Day is tough.
That's true. Yeah, so April.
But April,
right. But also, like, I haven't done
baseball,
a
and
big
that's
March
really
Madness or a St. Patrick's
That's why I
Day
said it
party.
depends on where you're at in life. There used to be, March for me used to be like buckle up. We'll see you on April 1st. I got like, I got to do Hoboken St. Pat's to kick off. Then I've got like Scranton St. Pat's. Then I got to do Long Beach St. Pat's. Then I got to do real St. Pat's. Then I got my birthday in there. I got March Madness in there. It used to be like, whoa, buddy. Like all of a sudden you blink and you wake up hungover in April. But now everything's the same.
Right.
Sometimes it's warmer. Sometimes it's colder. Sometimes there's rain. Sometimes there's snow. Sometimes there's sun. But the life just repeats over and over and over again. That's really just it. If you made it this far, you
Long
watched
time.
the whole episode. You have to.
I've never watched the full episode. If you watched the full episode,
never watched like 10 minutes of an episode.
You really, really like us.
Or you hate us, but like have a fetish to watch us. And whatever the reason is, you've made it this far. You're going to want to watch more.
You should want to watch more.
And you actually owe it to us to click the subscribe button. If you have watched that much time, you now owe us in the form of clicking the subscribe button.
That's internet currency.
And hitting the bell icon.
Yes.
I don't even know what the bell icon is, but they tell me
I
to say
think
that.
it sets a reminder for you. And also leave comments for what your favorite voicemail was. All kinds of that fun stuff. But you owe it to us to do it. Law. Internet law.
law.